Need to mention how the bronze riders are.
Okay, looks like we're back online after a few technical issues there. A bit of a reboot of the system, back online, and we can see a rider coming out of the bus here. Approximately half an hour to go with the race. You might be able to see on the screen when the camera flicks through there that some of the bronze riders are starting to wait at the start line. Sorry, at the finish line, I should say. And those are the riders that are waiting for the 3 hours or the 4 hours to tick over. They don't want to do another lap, so they're actually waiting until the lead rider crosses the line so that they can follow them over the line. They're number 327. Making pretty light work of the prologue course there, and this far into the race, doing a pretty good job of it. Not sure who that one is at 327. I can't see the number there, but judging by the riding style, I'd say that is either Wade Ibrahim or Chris Perry. That's got to be Chris Perry. Number 8, that is Chris Perry on his brand new 2020 TPI. Chris going ahead in leaps and bounds in the last few months. Very fit, very strong guy, as is necessary. Absolute elite class. Just missed out on finishing gold at Romania X this year. Super determined to do it next year, though. I think he'll finish next year, personally. Number 707 there, a bronze class rider on the Yamaha 4-stroke. Looks like he's Graham Riley. Good old Riles. Absolute stalwart of the Victorian enduro scene on his Yamaha. 515. Cheyenne Jones, one of the few women competing in the race, known as Chevy, and Cheyenne is a highly skilled rider. Now look at that. Cheyenne is a ball of muscle and very fit, very skilled, and one of the more aggressive female riders you'll see, actually. And she bogged to the point where she's actually pretty much put her hands on her legs in frustration. So this is the sort of body language that we start to see when there's left of this race. Just wears you down, and every single hole starts to look more and more intimidating. But Cheyenne Jones is a high skilled, very talented rider. I can see in the foreground there, it looks very, very much like Rob Nowak walking past there in a vest. I thought in here. I'll just check that one out. There's Cheyenne waiting there, having done several laps, eyeing up the logs, trying to figure out whether she really wants to go for another lap or not. Looks like she's pretty exhausted. Cheyenne's boyfriend, Neil Forster, not riding today, unfortunately. He's another one of the best hard enduro riders here. Big, strong guy. Tends to really blow the bush to bits when you go riding with him in the bush. Pretty hard to get anywhere near Neil. Neil tends to ride at a similar pace to Anthony Solar. So that's saying something. Pity we don't see him here at Wildwood. Neil tends to work away from home a bit, so obviously he's working away from home at the moment. Otherwise, we would see him here. See more of the riders starting to gather up here before the prologue. They're just trying to wait for the clock to tick over, so they don't want to do another lap. Shunned upon by the organisers, but really, I guess you can understand it. Pretty hard slog this race. It doesn't get much harder. Number 38. 30. 38. Would that be Ben Graben, number 38 on the Gas Ranger? No, that doesn't look like a gas.